my parents tried to put me in a private school after a while. And they put me in private school, and I feel like looking back at it, where I was, it was kind of worse because you try to get your kids, open them up to different horizons, but it was on some southern good old boy, you know what I'm saying, a white people private school where it wasn't like, oh, the preppy kids. It was more of the redneck, you know what I'm saying, the white rednecks. It's a different types of whites, just like it's different types of niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I was going to school out in South Carolina, I saw the different racist teachers. So I think about like the types of schools. If I'm going to choose a private school, what I'm going to put my son in. But I remember seeing shit, and we saw the Confederate flags. I tell niggas this all the time. I didn't go to a lot of like field trips growing up. The main field trip we went to was Fort Sumter. Fort Sumter is the site where the Civil War started.
Yeah.
They don't tell us why the Civil War started. We go through a whole tour of where, like, we walk on slaves' fucking graves. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? It that's what the sightseeing is in Charleston, South Carolina. It's a beautiful city, but when you look at it and see what the history is of what you're standing on, it's like, oh, these are like piled up slave soldiers. You know what I'm saying? They were using them as soldiers in the Civil War, but they wouldn't give them the titles and stuff like that. So I've seen these different times that happen. I mean, I got a coach or a teacher from high school that literally sends me Facebook messages every day of not racial, but some MAGA rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? Every time it's some anti-Biden, extra Republican shit. So, you know how I am on how I was on Facebook. I was always speaking out about that shit, especially during the elections. Election is coming up now, so he's going crazy in the
Let's go.
But we see these teachers that we thought were supposed to be like our, like even with the Bishop Sycamore shit, what Bomani Jones said was,